Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're looking at a sovereign citizen I've actually covered a couple of times on this channel before, the self-proclaimed Grayson Bay. His first appearance was in front of Judge Perkins, where he threatened to sue the judge. His second appearance was before Judge Coleman, where he tried shooting the police officer who pulled him over in that case, but he ended up losing that one, and I have a feeling things aren't going to go any better for him today. So with that said, let's begin.
Let's go back on the record with Tyrone Grayson. Mr. Morgan, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Stephen Morgan on behalf of the city of Detroit.
We have a situation here where Mr. Javar Tyrone Grayson has a jury trial set for tomorrow. What I wanted to go over with the court, now this is Grayson Bay, let me get that correct. Mr. Grayson Bay, I did receive the documentations that you had. He has a table of contents here. He has a declaration of nationality legal notice, declaration of nationality, name correction, proclamation, public and publication, judicial notice and proclamation to all elected United States Republic office and public servant of federal, state, city, and municipal governments, personnel, and corporate entities concerning the Constitution and all statutory and civil law codes of the land, know all men, etc., know all men be these present. I, Grayson Bay, being duly affirmed, standing squarely, declare and proclaim upon divine law, naturals law, universal law, Morris birthrights international law, and constitutional law, declare and say, I being previously identified by the Union States Society of North America USA under the colorable warship name Javar Tyrone Grayson.
I've heard a lot of stupid things in my life, but this might be the first time I've heard someone refer to themselves as a warship. Don't get me wrong, I already knew he was delusional, just not Alice in Wonderland level delusional.
Do hereby refute the fraud, semicolon. Make public and publish my corrected national name, declare and affirm my true proper person status, and reclaim my rightful social and cultural life of the state, semicolon. In accord with my ancestral Moorish nation of Northwest at a Maxims, North America, acknowledging my birthrights, period. Having lawfully and legally obtained and proclaimed my nationality and birthright name and title, semicolon, I strike that, in harmony with, in association with, and in accord with divine law, the customs and the laws, period, rules and usages of the Zodiac Constitution, semicolon, being aboriginal and indigenous and bound to the North American continent by heritage, by primogeniture, by birthright, by natural birth, semicolon, by freehold, and by inheritance, period.
Well, if those are the only things keeping you tied to this continent, feel free to leave anytime. There's a lovely country in North Africa called Morocco that will be more than happy to welcome you.
Declare for the public record, I am I am returning to the European cognomen and fictitious misnomer back to the colonial processors of its pedigree, period. I am not rightfully declaring, publishing, and proclaiming my own free national name, affirming my actual, rightful, and civil in full life status, conjoined to my ancestors, Moorish American consanguine pedigree and national honor, semicolon. Let it be declared, known, published, and resolved that I am Grayson Bay in proper persona sua soi juris, being in my own proper person by birthright, semicolon. I am Moorish. I'm not going to continue to read the rest of that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well said, though. Thank you.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
Just a declaration of my nationality, Your Honor. Thank you, though. Well said, though.
Okay, so in how, what am I supposed to take of this? You know, are you saying you're not American?
I'm Moorish American from the
Okay.
land of Exuma, Turtle Island. The issue is the corporation of United States, and that's the issue. And I'm under a natural law as Grayson Bay. I'm in natural form now as a man.
That's debatable. A reasonable person would own up to their mistakes instead of renouncing their citizenship over a few parking tickets. A petulant toddler would do what is doing. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, you said it excellent. You pronounced things perfectly.
Excuse me, but did you just say you were obtained by police? I think the third grade level term you're looking for is actually detained.
Yeah, but that's my nationality.
All right, so let's get to this.
Once again, I did proclaim that the court didn't have jurisdiction over me. That's where we were at.
For this matter, you know, Miss Snyder I guess she's assigned and she's going to be handling this matter. You said it's set for jury trial tomorrow.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was this, because I mean, I'm prepared to rule on some of this without even a jury trial. The only matter that I was really is the false name issue, which is what probably I'll let a jury decide on that, because this other stuff, that's why I had you on. It was an opportunity. These were things that were filed, that he had filed, and I don't know if you've read them or had a response, or I know you probably haven't, but your office. It says, notice to all law enforcement, nationals or citizens are not required to show identification to a police officer. So what I'm going to do, he cited a Supreme Court case, Collender versus Lawson, 461 U.S. 352, 1983. And it says, in which the United States Supreme Court ruled that a police officer could not arrest a citizen merely for refusing to present identification. Now, I'm not even going, did you get arrested, Mr. Grayson Bay?
I was obtained.
Yeah, he touched you, and that poor officer is going to be spending the next decade trying to scrub the smell of 7-Eleven dumpster juice off his hands because of it.
So if there's no arrest, then how is this even pertinent here?
And under my jurisdiction, that's an arrest.
Well, we're not under your jurisdiction.
Once he touched my vehicle, it's a violation.
Well, listen, I don't recognize your jurisdiction in this court. I recognize the state of Michigan ordinances and laws and the Michigan court rules. So I'm going to conclude that this based on this document that you've given me, this would be your lead case, that I'm not going to consider that necessarily an arrest. You weren't taken into custody, were you?
Yeah, he touched me.
Accuse himself of what exactly? other than taking responsibility for the murder of your hopes and dreams that is about to commit.
I know. Okay. That's yeah. I don't have anything. If that's your authority that I just read as far as your Morris Nation,
Common law.
I don't understand that.
Your Honor, also I'm not asking for a jury trial. I'm asking for you to make this decision. I'm asking for you.
But I told you that I'm not going to waive your jury trial rights. You're going to let
I don't want a jury trial. I want you. I trust you.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I trust you. I think you can make a firm decision and what's going on here. I'm pretty sure you see.
I'm going to make a decision right now on this stuff right now on most of it. All I told you I'm going to do is the failure to ID.
Oh, shoot. I don't want this to hang up now.
The failure, false info and ID. I'm not going to make a decision on that. I'm going to let a jury make the decision on that.
I'm not really getting an understanding. I mean, I don't think you can even find 12 Morris people to even judge me with my peers. I mean, I'm not even going to consent to that. So I don't understand.
Well, how are you going to let me? Why do you want me to do it? I'm not Morris.
Well, then you need to file a motion to dismiss this case.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
You got to file those motions on your own.
I'm telling you verbally right now. I'm filing a motion to dismiss this case.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss. I'm not going to grant the motion.
Take it to the next level.
Motion
I'm not paying. That's just it. I'm Morris American, man. I'm Morris American. Okay?
I'm not gonna go back.
That's my birthright.
Listen, I understand that. Listen, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm not disputing.
Right. I don't even think the prosecutor even wanted to attempt to even battle this. And it's not even against you, Judge. I understand your situation. You wants to be the ref. You can be the referee in this, but I don't think the prosecutor even want to go through this.
All right.
Motion to dismiss, Your Honor.
I'm not gonna grant it.
Okay. Well, do what you do,
Mr. Morgan, go ahead and speak with Ms. Tucker and Mr. Greer. All right.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker, can you go back to the breakout room? Just tap your prompt. Tap your prompt, please.
John, I need you to accuse yourself.
Well, that was just a fancy way of admitting you have no clue what the case law you cited actually says. Don't worry. Judge Perkins is about to tear apart every one of your citations in the most unforgettable way.
All right, no, I'm going to continue on. So that's the case he cited.
I filed a motion for you to accuse yourself.
I'm going to deny it.
Okay. Well.
You can put it in writing. I'll deny it. So let's continue on with this notice to all law enforcement that the Supreme Court case was cited, and I haven't read that case yet, but I'll look it up. There is no such thing as failure to identify. You can sue the police for an illegal arrest and resist arrest with impunity. Okay, so he cited some cases here. State versus Robinson. That's looks like a Maryland case. State versus Mobley in those North Carolina case. State versus Adams versus State Georgia case. And I guess you're saying on those cases that the person did not have to you can sue the police, that they sued the police and successfully sued the police for their a wrongful arrest and resisting arrest.
Excuse me. I also have Thompson versus Smith, the right to travel.
Well, that's on the next. I'm going under the failure to identify heading there.
Oh, okay.
That's under the next heading. So the next heading is personal liberty, the right or power of locomotion, of changing one's situation, or moving one's person to whatsoever place one's own inclination may direct without imprisonment or restraint, unless by due course of law. Unless by due course of law. Now I don't know where you got this if this is a law, you didn't cite anything from that.
It goes on into Thompson versus Smith, the right of a citizen to travel.
Okay, the right of a citizen to travel upon public highways and to transport one's property thereon, either by carriage or automobile, is not a mere privilege with a city, which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common right which she has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And I
believe I've
there's
read
Murlock versus.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, let's deal with this one right quick. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. No problem.
What are you saying? What do you believe this case says?
Are you referring to me, Your Honor?
Yes.
It says what it says. I'm just waiting on your decision. I'm here to defend my birthright and my nationality. When you say that 5-pointed star on the street, leave me alone. That's my nationality. That's all I ask for. We should be questioning the officer for even bringing me to you. They got to have respect for that nationality, and that's all I'm here to prove. My nationality and my birthright. All that other color stuff and colorism calling me black, I'm not permitting that. I'm sorry. You're not going to pull me over because I'm driving around black. That is real. DWB is real. But when you turn around and have a nationality, that's where it stops. He probably shouldn't have brought me to you, and that's the issue. We should be holding him accountable for his actions, not you or the prosecutor. I'm pretty sure the prosecutor don't even want to battle this. But I'm going to stand on my birthright and my nationality. That's my right. That's my common law. I'm very passionate about it, Your Honor, as you can see. So if I seem a little upset or if I get a little, mischief at you, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But my birthright will stand. I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Morris American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go back to what you filed here. Thomas versus Smith, 154 Southeast 579. I think you need to read that in its entirety, because this is one of the cases that I've seen before that has been filed, and it appears to the court that it's saying exactly the opposite of what you believe it's saying. It is saying that the city can revoke your license. You don't have the authority to operate a vehicle on the city streets.
You want to battle the dead entity. That's what it is. You want to charge me on this dead entity side, and I can't.
No, I don't know what you mean by charging on the dead. I'm
entity.
going by. Wait a minute. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna talk. You're gonna listen. I'll let you talk.
Yep.
I'll let you talk. I'll listen.
Let's get it. You're right.
You filed this.
That's right.
You cited this case law. Okay, so you're saying, and I'm giving you the benefit of going over this stuff.
Thank you.
This is another case that I'm gonna that you cited, that I am going to tell you that it's actually Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham. This is the court actually takes offense to you filing this.
It's a court case.
I do.
It's a court case. How will you be offensive?
I'm taking offense to you filing this and using this in your filing as a reason for you not to have a driver's license. And I don't know if you've read this case or not. It doesn't seem and appear that you've read any of these cases thoroughly, because I've gone through each one of these cases at different times, and if each of them say exactly the opposite of what you appear that it says. And the Shuttlesworth case goes back to a time in history where we're still dealing with, where Reverend Shuttlesworth was a reverend in Birmingham, Alabama. And you're citing this case to saying that Shuttlesworth was saying that he can drive without a valid driver's license.
Definitely
travel. That analogy to this case, and it's saying nothing of that sort. And I wish you would take time and read to what this case is saying, because I don't even think you, as a Moorish American, would I think you would retract this case law right here from what you've filed. You're using the people in the civil rights era who are trying to fight for their rights to march or down a public street. That's what this case was about. He's taken his congregation down a public street. He walked them on the sidewalk. He did not interfere with any traffic, and he crossed the street not against the lights or anything, and they still arrested Mr. Shuttlesworth for not having a license to congregate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but
you're right.
And you're saying that he needs to have a license. That is analogous to you not having a license to drive.
If he want to proclaim he's black, he needed a license.
All right, I'm done with this. I've spent enough time on this, and as what I'm going to do is I'm going to rule on the cases ahead of trial for the refusal to exhibit driver's license. I'm going to find you guilty of that. For the refusal of for having no insurance and no proof, I'm going to find you responsible. I'm going to find you responsible for an expired plate. We'll go to trial on the seatbelt, on a formal hearing on the seatbelt issue tomorrow, and the false ID tomorrow. All right, that's going to be the ruling of the court. If there's nothing further, Mr.
Yeah, there is, Your Honor. Can you send that information in writing? You have the address.
It's going to be on the ROA. And you can get a transcript made up by the court, all right?
Okay.
What time you gotta be?
What time is court tomorrow?
It's going to be, come on at 8:30.
Okay, you're going to do this again? Because no jury trial.
It's going to be a jury trial, all right?
I want a jury trial.
But you don't make the rules.
But tomorrow, I'm
this is my courtroom.
Request and
jury trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Very well.
All right, that's a wrap for this video. He was found guilty, or responsible, on all of his charges except for 2, which are being heard by a jury today. By the time this video goes live, that hearing will have already happened. I'll include a link to Judge Perkins' courtroom if you want to watch it yourself. They might not stream it since it's an in-person hearing, but if they do, I'll bring it to you tomorrow. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If not, hit dislike. And don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content.